to Weekend Review here on AYV Television, Channel 33, and also our Facebook page, AYV News. And we bring together practicing journalists and civil society activists to critically discuss and analyze these stories. In today's edition of the show, I have with me Solomon Sundu, a social analyst. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Rovia.
And we're also expecting Melvin Tijan Mansai. Well, to start up the discussion proper, let's go for our very first story. The Director of Defense, Public Relations and Information of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Connell Issa Bangura, has confirmed the deployment of an ECOWAS military troop in Sierra Leone. Connell Bangura says the deployment is geared towards strengthening the state's security forces and prevent Sierra Leone from relapsing into another conflict. Edima Conte has more on the story.
On the 4th of December 2023, West African leaders established a regional peacekeeping force to intervene in restoring security and constitutional order in member states that have witnessed coups in the past 2 years. West and Central Africa have made strides in the past decade to maintain their reputation as a coup belt, but the ECOWAS region wants to do more.
Sierra Leone was zoomed out as one of the countries that had indicators or pointers in which all of this, except for terrorism, in that meeting they agreed, a communique was signed that they are going to deploy a sizable force to the Republic of Sierra Leone so that all the gains made by international community in terms of peace and stability in the country will not be reversed, meaning Sierra Leone will not relapse into any other conflict. Because Sierra Leone is part of the ECOWAS sub-region, and Sierra Leone, looking at the history of the past years, there was United Nations in Sierra Leone. The international community definitely spent a lot of resources into the Republic of Sierra Leone in terms of maintaining peace and stability, and also ECOWAS. ECOMOG was here before this time, a few years back. So they do not want to sit by and see a relapse of conflict into the Republic of Sierra Leone. So they agreed in that this country would come back and talk to the noble citizens of Sierra Leone with regards to the specific date of deployment, the specifics or the correct number. But to be honest, it's going to be a sizable force that will come and it will be positioned somewhere as a standby force so that any person or any group that may want to involve in an unconstitutional way of changing government, that troop will be on standby to avert that intention. So meaning if you are a group, you are persons, and you want to involve in activities of subversive activities with regards the people of Sierra Leone, the state, that force will not sit by to see those things happening.
ECOWAS leaders are determined to establish a regional force that will intervene in the event of need, whether in the areas of security, terrorism, and to restore constitutional order in member countries. Edima Conte, AYV News.
Well, in a similar story, following recent rumors making rounds on social media about a demonstration in June this year, Director of Strategic Communication at the Office of National Security, Abdul Karim Will, has disclosed to the public that no persons or group has approached ONS, the police, or any member of the security sector institutions to seek permits to demonstrate. He emphasized that it is illegal for people to stage any form of protest with no permit from the police. He was speaking on AYV's Wake Up Sierra Leone morning program. Edima Conte has the story again.
Sierra Leone over the years has experienced occurrences of protesters taking to the streets that turned out to be bloody and deadly. The August 10 and Tobo protests are just few among others that ended with tragedy. With the recent rumors of demonstrations circulating on social media, Director of Strategic Communications, Office of National Security, Abdul Karim Will, says any attempt of a protest without due process will be considered illegal.
Same set of people, mostly Sierra Leoneans who are abroad, have started all over again, this time with renewed vigor, making calls on unsuspecting members of the public to go into demonstrations. Let the public know that nobody has approached neither the police or any member of the security sector institutions to request for those kinds of demonstrations. So any attempt of that nature will be considered illegal. And the law, by the reason for our existence, is to ensure that law and order prevails. will not sit idly by and allow people to usurp that. They are using the same set of messages, the same pattern in tricking people that we are going on this day to do X, Y, and Z. Those calls are not protected by law. If you make calls for demonstrations and you list them with violent threat, send panic waves onto members of the public, you are no longer calling for demonstration, you are calling for riots, and the law will not protect that one.
Karim Will further confirmed that the imminent deployment of a sizable ECOWAS military troop in Sierra Leone is geared towards preventing individuals that have the tendencies to undermine or delay peace in the country by any form of unconstitutional means.
Sierra Leone has gone through a brutal civil conflict where world organizations, leaders in country now and in the past have invested a lot of resources to first of all get peace, consolidate peace, and ensure that development aspirations are progressed. We have seen conscious efforts to thwart all of that. So ECOWAS pinpointed on Sierra Leone that because of all of these things, let us see that in addition to the efforts that are being made on the ground by security forces to go and actually support them physically, so that those groupings or those individuals that are doing X, Y, and Z that have the tendency to undermine peace or to derail peace are not given the opportunity to do so.
Sierra Leone has over the years been ranked among the most peaceful countries in Africa and by extension the world. However, the 2022 Global Peace Index indicates 4 place drops from 46 to 50 in the ranking. This many believe is connected to different incidences of violence incited through misinformation. Edima Conte, AYV News, Freetown.
Many thanks to our security correspondent there, Edima Conte, for putting together those stories. Good morning again, Solomon.
Good morning.
You've listened and watched the stories that has to do with, firstly, the deployment of a sizable force of ECOWAS troops in Sierra Leone here. Firstly, is this coming as a surprise to you? Being mindful of the fact that we are not at war, Sierra Leone is currently a peaceful country. Is this coming as a surprise to you?
Well, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. I would say Sierra Leone has always been an integral part of the globe. Like you likely heard from what the spokesperson said, that, the international community has spent a lot of, resources, right, in Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone was the first country to have more than 23,000 UN peacekeeping force, right? And we have seen exactly what transpired over the years during the brutal, the 11-year period. What the ECOWAS is doing now is to prevent conflict rather than, going into conflict. And as you likely heard from what the military spokesperson said, they don't want to see where few individuals will come and, erupt the gains that we have made over the years in, bringing peace, stabilizing the country, making us to be cohesive, and further with our, developmental strive.
Are these actions being informed by what we've seen obtained of recent? In Sierra Leone, we had the November 26 incident, and also within the sub-region, we've seen activities happening with the likes of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, coups taking place in those countries, and also close neighbor here, Guinea. Are these actions by ECOWAS being informed by what's happening in the region?
This could have been done long time ago. Mark you, the former president, blessed memory Pakaba, who really endeavored to make sure that Sierra Leone is being peaceful, and the promise he gave us at that time is to come and finish the war, grievances among ourselves, what led us, to the 11-year war. That was the plan. And within that context, there was this plan that Sierra Leone should host, the Rapid Deployment Force or Reactive Force, right? He started it, blessed.
Kosha and Cabo to you with the watch. These are cruise when they come to you live na AYV television. Where they bring the use, me Nedima contact. Inside we use today. Inside our recent threads where they go around on social media where people they call for demonstration. The Director of Strategic Communication, Office of National Security, Abdul Karim Will, don't tell the public say nobody organization no meets the police or any other security institution for take permission for protest. And he say if they carry on with this, they will consider them illegal. He talked this inside AYV Wake Up Sierra Leone.
The same people them where they abroad don't start back with a new vex station for call on people them for go into demonstration. We want to make the public know say nobody no come with police or any other security institution them for take permit for demonstration. So any attempt for protest without permit, we will consider them illegal. By law, we roll now for ensure say law enforcement order day na the country. We no go sit down and allow people them for do them kind here. Then they use the same pattern for send message for trick people them for go into demonstration. And then calling they not protected by law. If you make call for protest and link them with violence threats and make citizens them panic, not a demonstration you call for, na riots. And the law no go protect that one.
Honorable Abdul Kagbo, wey na the All People's Congress Party minority leader na parliament, don't say the BO government no dey govern the people well na salon and talk about the wage bill, inflation rate, governance, politics and increase on basic thing them where people in the eat na the country. Honorable Abdul Kagbo be talk this to members of APC and journalists them na the APC headquarters.
The wage bill where SLPP criticized na be 1.9 trillion. When they come 2019, instead of them maintain that 1.9 trillion or they reduce them as they promised, in 2019 the wage bill go to 2.4 trillion. In 2020 it go to 3.1 trillion. In 2021 it go to 3.7 trillion. In 2022 it go to 4.2 trillion. In 2023 it go to 5.4 trillion. And now they don't project 2024 for the 6.5 trillion. So you condemn 1.9 trillion and you talk for 6.5 trillion. You solve the problem? No. You solve the problem? No. We foresee them as opposition, we follow food to country they go behind. We foresee them, we follow food to country they go behind. Now that make we, the members of parliament, then decide for host this press conference. And most of them money they have, not to increment of salaries they remember. Now the creation of more unnecessary offices them. As at the top in March this year, inflation rates now 41.6%, we are the highest ever this country don't ever witness. We the opposition supposed for set remote in this kind of situation? No. Now that make we decide say we for talk with we. Why we inflation rate so high? Why people left for they buy one bag rice close to 1 million? Some bag of rice they weigh over 1 million. When SLPP Canaba, the one bag rice now be 200,000. And now over 1 million. We the opposition, we for be quiet about that? No. The people that now we they depend on. Now we for be their voice. And now we for own government accountable for the things that we expect the government for do, where government not do. In April 2018, the exchange rate now been 760,000 old use for $100 in April 2018 when we made the hand over power. But as at now, the exchange rate now 2,260,000. We get for the expert panelists them. Some way don't serve as Minister of Energy. Some way don't serve as the Ministry of Energy. We go can help this government as to how we be the getter, right? We cap our ship, not mean the hot machine, na salon for make let them.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Austin Dembi, does receive, on behalf of Salon government, medical equipment and device them from the World Health Organization with couple from the Islamic Development Bank for help put strength for the well-body sector in the country. Where Austin Dembi be they receive them here, he assured WHO and the one them way put couple of them commitments for ensure say their equipments there, then go use them well. Joseph Adumambo gets more.
The World Health Organization Salon been complete the procurement of important health supply them for put strength and lab and blood safety program them through grants from the Islamic Development Bank, where be the Anu Badentia to the Minister of Health na Salon Austin Dembi, WHO and country representative Dr. Innocent Nuajia talk say Dentia na part of their commitment for ensure say people can become healthier and get strength and improve on the country in diagnostics. The items they will procure include laboratory analyzer them, major equipment them, diagnostic kits, consumables and supply them as part of the effort for put strength upon the health system of the country. We begin speech as they receive the team them. Dr. Austin Dembi, Minister of Health, assured WHO and the one who put couple say they will put the equipment here into good use. With the right medical equipment them, medical professional them can treat patient them efficiently and utilize the right choice of equipment them for specific condition and ensure faster recovery for patients them and proper diagnostics from the doctor inside. Joseph Adumambo, AY Victorious, Freetongue.
Now, lack of support, poverty and poor parenting don't force Bokuga picking them out of school and make them live life them way no good. As way for provide the support we go help God picking them way not get the upper hand for make them achieve their dream and serve be better people in society. Action Aid Salon to the action to empower marginalized adolescent girls project. Do Anoba startup kids and learning materials to in and out of school God picking them where them done they work with for the past 1 year for help them get side for live their life. Ronald Jomovia be the part of the handing over ceremony and now reports.
These are some of the girl picking and action aid done the give life skill training as part of the action to empower marginalized adolescent girls project where they do at the Western area. The project when the people's postcode lottery the support, they hope for give girl picking them where we don't report from school we no one go again, scale them. And action aid on the support about 30 of them at the Western area for make them go get skilled for tailoring, hairdressing, cake making, among other things them, so that they will be self-reliance and for ensure say them skill and knowledge they don't gather, not go in vain. Now that make action aid go and over, then start up kids here to them.
We said they'll contribute for support in school and out of school, girls particularly. This support here, now it means not to an end at all. Now it means because by going through the course, now one thing. By providing new startup kits, now another. For making an end of the journey, you need for make the best use of the knowledge and the startup kits all they can distribute.
As they empower them girl picking there with life skills, this they complement government in human capital development drive, and that make the Deputy Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education begin to tell thank you to Action Aid and same also beg the picking them for make them go use this support for change their life.
Now that they can't give them things there, they're so expensive. Action Aid, they're so transparent in their doing. They meet the community people, they work with them. They meet the people them when we done the day for this business for train women there. They meet them, they say, we directly know they do the training, but we go pass through now, let una train them people there. Look the things them, go them pack them. Do ya? Una not stop. Una will don't graduate, una come together, make a team, let una continue the good work.
Evelyn Senesi, they among the out-of-school girl picking them, where this project don't transform in life. And he explained how this is important to him.
Me, would I do anything for me? That's one of my pass. Today I just so tomorrow I just so as in terms of time now, as they see me, people in the air look at the camp. It will be really easy for. So be frank enough, what can I use freelance? Control also maybe I don't start before do. But what can teachers that they do very well. Extremely well, what they do. They show me for control, country plants, for fixed ribbon, as I see the ribbon and this is sample.
The implementation of this project, they fulfill parts of Action Aid and Country Strategy, Sustainable Development Goal them, and same way to support 3 out of government in Big 5 changes, which include human capital development, job creation, and feed salon agenda. Ronald Jomorovia, AYV News, Freetown.
The Salon Parliament, with support from UNDP, don't engage the Salon Female Parliament Caucus per 1 capacity building and training workshop for CC then gets full understanding about the GWI Act, gender-sensitive oversight, methodologies, effective advocacy strategies, and same way so gender-based violence, women then rights, and legislative process them. The president for Slave Park, Honorable Bernadette Woyata Sunga, talk say this engagement will give them for implement waiting the bill stand for to the general public. We reporter Issa Bangura gets more.
The Gender Equality Women Empowerment Act, where they can call GWI, now one big move for CC gender equality in a salon as a give right to 30% quota for women them, for make women and get right pan government business, for make them go appoint them pan position like cabinet, ministry, ambassador role, and self-elected position them when a parliamentary and local council seats. After when them be enact this act here so, Boku woman dem na salon no get full understanding about this act. For sake of this, the Salon Parliament come with capacity building training workshop for all Salon Female Parliamentary Caucus, where UNDP be fund as it be take place inside Freetown City Council Hall. Honorable Bernadette Woyata Sunga, when are the president for the Sierra Leone Female Parliament Caucus, been talk say this particular training go make then the woman they able for pass on the information to the lay woman them for make them know much about this GWI Act. As he talk say, then a role model to the woman they are so. So one part the main work now for ensure say they represent the woman they are so well and make them get understanding about this act. For long term now, most of the thing the way people they advocate for woman them na salon and for say then give support to woman them pan politics where we go represent the deputy speaker na parliament. As he be the in keynote address, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte be encourage them woman there so for make them shift them conversation per capacity building for woman them na the country. As he talk say, that woman where they sell plazas, yabas, and self that woman where they sell cookery na the remote side them, they all about pa them woman there so where they represent them na parliament. So them for ensure say that they advocate for the woman there for make themselves reap the benefits from this particular act here so. Same way so, as the acting aim na for CCE address gender imbalance as they provide increased appointments for women them pan decision making position and same way so structure, the Director General for Parliament been talk more about the importance of this training here so. As he talk say this training here so they make them get gender sensitive oversight methodology, effect advocacy strategy, and self-gender-based violence, women rights and legislative progress. They were so all, they make women them get full understanding but the GWI Act, where Parliament be passed, women social development rights, women economic empowerment, gender insecurity, justice and same so peace, gender responsive governance, and gender in environment and climate change. They were so all, now the main purpose for GWI Act na salon. Issa Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
When you watch Curious na AYV television, we parable for today say bicycle not get anything for do na filling station. Now with this parable I go left you first and I will come back just now with more story inside the use.